Hey everybody, welcome to another Legacy Enchantress video. This is Spatula of the Ages. It's been a while since I recorded one of these. Most of that, honestly, is just Esther's Invocation not being on MTGO is kind of taking the wind out of my sails. Because I'm really focusing on testing with that card right now. Actually, like I just recently put together a four-color Witch House list. Just splashing for a couple of invocations and then a third in the board to bring in. Um, and I think it's pretty solid. But today we're going to be running the three-color, more traditional Witch House. So this is Enchantress running Living Wish and black for Doomwake Giant. And then like a pretty low reliance on white. That was an accident. Those are like the defining aspects of the deck. The list I'm running today is pretty standard for what I've been doing. So I did add the fourth abundant growth recently, especially in the four-color list, both because of the color fixing and also because of copying it with Esther's Invocation. But I'm back up to four in the general list as well. I'm running the one Guile today. Just one guy's touch, you know, the trade-off there is a little more reliability in the long game, a little less speed. One main deck seal of Primordium, a couple of ground seals, an overhand, a banishing light, a confinement, um, one Doomwake Giant main. So the main deck is pretty, nothing really terribly different going on here. Let's see, and then the sideboard that I'm running today. Running four non-wish targets, a copy of Confinement, an extra seal of Primordium, and the two choke. I'm still running Tabernacle. I've been liking it online. Doubt I'd ever buy one in real life. But it is pretty powerful. Very situational, of course, but in those situations it's very strong. Heliod has been pretty good in testing as sort of like you want like a mid-game fatty basically for against the grindy decks. So I was running Kamal for a while, but he's not as good against Grixis control because he dies to Lightning Bolt. And then it's also an enchantment, so has some pretty strong synergy with the deck, obviously. Yeah, the list is actually pretty standard at this point. If you've watched any of these or seen any the Living Wish builds that have been on top 8 or Goldfish, this is pretty standard. So yeah, let's run it and see what we're up against. It's a new league now, so I guess like 2 days ago a new league started. So our trophies are gone. There's not that many active players. I don't know if that's just a time something. Oh yeah, so Guilds of Ravnica or whatever it's called is available now. So Knight of Auto should probably just replace Reclamation Sage. Like the extra white can be a pain, but you know, the ability to gain life I think is more important. But like they're $5 or $6 right now, and I'm gonna see if the price goes down before I don't know. It could go up, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna be a big standard card or not. I don't know much about standard. I think like any legacy deck that runs it is only gonna want one, so I think the main price concern would just be like how big it is in standard. Which I don't know. It seems like it does Chain Whirler, like, but yeah, again, I don't know anything about standard, so maybe it will be really good and the price will go up. We will see. All right. So we got to turn to Zenith. Uh, Acceleration. pretty good backup plans, so we're going to keep this. No real business if they're on combo, and like arguably we're a little bit weak to them. Wasteland. But we can play the second Sprawl if we think Wasteland might be a concern on turn 2, and then Grandson Zenith. That's also an option. And we have double enchantment cantrips, so like cards in hand shouldn't be a problem unless he like plays a ham or something. Basic Forest, go. Interesting. So probably not. So Drew, the Catacombs. So I think we're just gonna start with green because we've got the Catacombs, the Utopian Sprawl, and the Abundant Growth. So like we can get white if we need it, but we know we're gonna need green. A fair bit of green. So. Scrabbling Forest. 4 color? Maybe. But with a very, very slow start. Huh. So I don't think I need the special land for white unless it turns out they're on like they top deck a Chalice and they're on 4 color. But what the hell? That's new. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Sprawl on white. Next turn I'll have 5 mana. I'm spreading him out because he could be running Ghost Quarter. What the fuck is this? You guys seen this arrow thing? Is this a new MTGO thing, or is this part of my recording program? Anyway. Yeah, so next turn we'll have 5 mana, so like even if something happens to this Enchantress, obviously I don't think he's going to force it well, but he could have an Edict, I guess. Or, you know, who knows. We can Eidolon Abundant Growth. If he is on 4 color Loam, I guess he could also have Vindicate, so that's another reason to spread out lands. Seriously, what are these arrows? I don't know. Oh, it's indicating there's an attachment, I guess. It seems rather, like the arrow doesn't really seem to fit in with the aesthetic of the platform, but so it's a little jarring. So I'm guessing 4 color Loam? I don't know. Do they run a basic plans? I guess they must. Or they not must, but they could for night. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly, what he's on. I guess he could be on like some kind of Nick Fit. That would be scary, actually, because that's not a great matchup. Let's say 4 color Loam lists. If any of them played planes. Any of them play planes? They play 1 forest? Yeah, so I guess it's not 4 color. It could. Yeah, okay, looks like some kind of Nick Fit then. I'm gonna guess. I guess it could be a 3 color depth deck of some kind, but most likely it looks like Nick Fit. Because they run Living Wish for like the Rectors and shit. And for Phyrexian Tower. But looks like his hands. I say it's not coming together, but like they can suddenly like go like Rector sacrifice Ugin, and like suddenly the game is like dramatically reversed. So I guess what I'd like to do is maybe get like if I get Gaddock Teague, it shuts off Eureka. Tabernacle, but I already played his land. Okay, that's interesting. If he's got the Tabernacle, what are my I could just go like Eidolon Abundant Growth and have a ton of cards and hope to like go off next turn. That might be the best bet. But I can't like. I don't have that much on my board that actually like stops their combo. Like obviously almost all of this is dead if Overwhelming Splendor gets out. In fact, it's all dead, I think. Well, I guess Tabernacle maybe. I think maybe I just go Eidolon, Abundant Growth, and draw a ton of cards here, and like set myself up to maybe go off next turn. I'm not really worried about Wasteland at this point. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. He tried to fatal push my Eidolon, but forgot that he didn't have the Revolt. Free card. I guess it didn't matter anyway. I wasn't going to do anything. Well, I guess I could have killed the Gaddock if I do get it, which I think is probably sensible. I guess I probably should have thought about the Tabernacle. I mean, I still am able to just pay the upkeep. Like with this land would be fine. Oh, Assassin's Trophy is legal now. Okay. Sure, yeah, I'll use that. Yeah. I'll pay them. I mean, I guess I'm not immediately worried. Like he doesn't have a therapy in the yard, so he can't like just play a Rector and like immediately go off. He needs another like land drop or mana to actually do anything with it. Yeah, that's fine if he has Assassin's Trophy. I don't care all that much. I think I'm gonna go put it on here. I doubt you. Oh, guys, that was what I was looking for. I guess I might need white mana. So next turn I should be able to go off. And he can go like Rector and pass, but he'd have to wait at least until his turn, unless he's got like ESG or something. And I do have Oblivion Ring in hand, which is like the most important card against Rector decks, because you can hit whatever they get. I don't need all these lands. I might actually need the Windswept Heath for Savannah. I don't need all these Enchantresses. I don't think I need Elfengrass at all. I'm not sure Seal Primordium does anything, because it can't kill Overwhelming Splendor, which is lame. I don't like ever discarding wishes, but I guess. Actually, maybe I should have kept the Presence and got rid of the Zenith in case of Splendor. Yeah, that would have made sense. That was dumb. I was thinking like the Zenith because decking, but like that's not a major concern. Like if they can't interact with the stack, then I don't necessarily like have more control over like my going off. don't need to worry about them like randomly countering a wish. That like fucks up my like decking math. You know what I mean? What you gonna do with all that mana? Well, I don't like that therapy's in the yard, but I guess he still doesn't have enough to. Alright, so he's probably gonna get my wish. Oh yeah, and he just kill it Eidolon, and then yeah, okay. So that's alright. Oh, so that reveals targeting as well. I guess I like that it like more clearly indicates what's being targeted because that was often like you had to it was often unclear. So he either gets Zenith or Wish. Wish would be the correct choice, but I can still just go off this turn with a touch. So this is a matchup where you'd want the second touch because like you're racing them. Any mid-range combo deck touches are good, but you know it's a trade-off against like the control decks where you'd prefer like Mirror's Guile. I think you side out Seal of Primordium here. I'm really not sure what it hits for them that I actually care about. Like they do have other enchantments besides Splendor, but I'm not sure I care about any of those. Let's look, I guess. Like, obviously I don't give a shit. Like, Curse of Death holds annoying, but whatever. Dovescape, I guess. Okay, actually, Dovescape could be a problem. I guess that's like supposed to be a combo, but they need both of those. Don't think I usually care about Cruel Reality. Omniscience, I guess you do care about, so yeah, I guess you do leave them in. I actually do need this. That's awkward. So I guess I might as well then pay for the Elephant Grass, because I need to pay for the Argo too. Alright, let's start by Therapy in the Yard again. It's not good, but I can't really go off with just the one Enchantress, so I do need to go get a second one, which is unfortunate because that is mana out of the pool. I really should have kept the presence. Alright. Alright, battery light, that's good. So, because I had a Greenson Zenith, and I didn't draw any gas anyway, so can't really go off here. I guess I'll play the Heath, because if he gets a split, or if he plays Rector, I want to like be able to get that Savannah. And since I can't like really go off this turn, I'm going to keep the touch around next turn to make it so that I should be able to go off next turn. And the seal means like I can stop most things that aren't Splendor. But I am worried about his ability to just like Rector Therapy. But I guess he missed a land drop, so he also needs to get that. And then it depends on which one he gets. Well, there's the mana. Arena, so he gets Ugin, which is obviously a pain in the ass. It's weird that he didn't Therapy there. Right? Am I the only one? So I don't need the I don't need the grass, obviously. Okay, good. There's the sanctum. Let's first make sure we use the touch. We're not going to need the white now because we've got sanctum. Let's ground seal, draw a bunch of cards. Good about growth. We want that. We're just going to keep playing free spells if we draw them. Otherwise, we'll start play a sanctum and count our mana. 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so that's enough. Living Wish. I mean, obviously he'll like sack the Rector, but it doesn't matter because it's not like he can use a Planeswalker as an instant. If this was the Academy Rector, it would be different. Like there might be something to play around. Yeah, let's just move on, shall we? I guess I don't need the Zenith, and I don't need this heat, or whatever, fetch. This one's not indestructible, right? So I actually have to pay for it. Alright. Whatever. I have one more wish. I think I'll get the Caracas, depending on what he gets here. I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like. I guess he could get Nicol Bolas. I was thinking like Ugin can't do anything but Emrakul, which is normally your bane. Normally it's Ugin that he would get. But I guess Nicol Bolas can steal her. Is that? I guess we'll see what he gets or what they get. But I mean, actually, I guess I don't need it. I can just Banishing Light it. Yeah, I don't want it. Yeah, he could gain control of target creature. I'm not gonna let him know. Obviously, we're just gonna get rid of that guy. And then he's gonna have one card in hand. And we're just gonna go ahead and pass, I guess. Alright. Alright. It's been a little bit since I played on MTGO, so I was playing a little bit slower than normal. I don't think Confinement does anything. I don't think Grass does anything either. The Grass is cheaper. Does Confinement do anything here? So it would stop him from casting the Curse of Death's Hold, but auras don't target if they're like put into play, only when they're being cast. Let's see, anything else? Collective Brutality, Thoughtseize, Therapy, but he can still target himself, which is the real problem, so he can still sacrifice, so the other part's not as important. Like in theory it could stop Ugin, but not really, because they'll just clear the board. I guess that one gets stopped a little bit. I guess Karn it stops. Well, I guess it's better than grass. I don't know. So I guess I want to Wickerboat Elder because it does stop some of these things, but not, you know, Splendor, obviously. I think I want Getic Teague as a GSC target because it stops Eureka. This is actually a hard matchup, even though we won that one. But he mauled and didn't really have anything. Revoker doesn't stop anything that I can see. I mean, like, it can stop a Planeswalker, but, yeah, so I guess actually that just makes it a good wish target. Like, well, good. A situational wish target. You know, if you are running a non-wish version of Enchantress, then, like, keep in mind that, like, Leyline on the Void's really good against them because it stops the Rectors completely, and it also stops Explorer. It makes Cabal Therapy obviously much worse. Like, it's just, yeah. Leyline's pretty good against this deck, but I don't have that. Yeah, just, I guess. The ground seals don't do anything, but they draw cards, and like I really just need to go off. I guess Doomwake is actually worse than grass. I guess it's Seal of Primordium is better than Doomwake anyway. Yeah, maybe I want Aegis actually. Yeah, let's try it. Unfortunately, even though Heliod beats Humility, it doesn't beat Overwhelming Splendor because it also stops activated abilities for some fucking reason. It's a pretty fast hand. Turn to Enchantress, some gas, Living Wish. I think you have to keep it. With them on the play, though, it's not necessarily fast enough. So it kind of makes sense for this deck to run Assassin's Trophy. There's been a lot of speculation about that card, obviously, because like you're already running Veteran Explorer, so you're already kind of on the game plan of just betting that they've only got like one or two basics, if that, and you can run them out. Although there are like a lot of two-color decks right now in the format, so sure. I hope it doesn't name Presence. That'd be embarrassing. Usually they name Argothian. Yeah, alright. Still, if he's got a turn 2 creature, we're gonna be in trouble. I guess we still have the Wish. Be really embarrassing if we draw Presence for the turn, though. Right now, if he has a creature, like, well, we'd be card neutral. Except it'd probably be a Veteran Explorer, which like is obviously pretty bad against us. But so like why traditional Nick Fit was like actually a really good matchup because of how bad it is. But like this version, like just the fact that the Rectors are something you can't really do much about, and like a lot of those cards are really good against you that they get, like Ugin and Overwhelming Splendor mainly. Just makes the matchup a lot different than it used to be. So, do we get a turn? Well, obviously we play one of these Presences, so we don't give him advantage. Also, they're immune to Splendor. We can Assassin's Trophy it. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that, actually. Like, because now he's losing. He was going to probably be able to get it anyway off the therapy, and now I get a land out of it. So I'll probably just start Ghost and Ground Seal this turn, or maybe I'll Eidolon. I guess it depends if I draw a land for the turn. If I draw a land for the turn, maybe I'll just Eidolon. If I don't, then I guess I'll Argo and Ground Seal to draw 2 extra cards and try to find my land drop. Like if you're racing, obviously you don't want to miss land drops. Sorry, it's a little cold here, so if I sound a little shivery, that's fine. Him being on the play is pretty scary. Rex Sage, interesting. He's like taking the control role, which is just like wrong for him. Shed land drop. but we do know he's got Rex Sage in hand, so like obviously, well, we wouldn't want to play Presence anyway, but it does mean the Eidolon gets slightly worse. Okay, so we missed a land drop. That's not good. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. What? So you're just gonna hit my Wild Growth? Sure. It's weird. But I mean, I guess he does get therapy also. Is he gonna flash it back this time? He is not crazy about flashing back his therapies, which is an interesting lifestyle decision. So what do we do here? I guess we go Eidolon, but I obviously want to play an enchantment, so the next turn the Sanctum's better, but we can't. We'd only draw one card if we play the Presence, so unless it's a 1 green mana enchantment, there's no real benefit to doing that over the Eidolon. The Eidolon gets us an extra card as well. But obviously the Eidolon, like if he goes Overwhelming Splendor, loses its abilities. So we do want to Teague. Again, like, if he has the Eureka, he'd already have played it, unless he just doesn't have anything. But, double Rex Sage. Sure. I guess he also didn't want to sprint for the Knight of Autumn. But I'm happy with him being in the control role, because it means he's not doing broken things. Could go Presence, or you could go Presence Teague, or Teague Presence. That part. If we go Teague, it obviously doesn't matter the order. But I guess, we could draw Wild Growth or something. So might as well see what we draw. And it is a Wild Growth. I mean, is it greedy to put it on the Sanctum? Like, obviously, he could have another Assassin's Trophy. But, on the other hand, I do think I need to get a little greedy. And again, I'm happy if he's playing the control role. I could get Aegis here. Or I could get Revoker, but I don't know what to name yet. If I get Aegis, so there's a couple things that I'm actually scared of. A Rector with therapy in the yard, in which case Aegis doesn't matter, he can just target himself. But he'd have done that last turn. So like either way, I'm like worried about like what pieces he has in hand and what he can top deck. So I guess like just play Gaddock Tea, because that way he can't just top deck a Eureka if he's like holding broken shit in hand. And then next turn I could go off possibly. I do have double Sanctum, but the Sanctum's not generating very much right now. I need to like draw Wild Growth or an Abundant Growth and like chain into something, chain into mana, and then like play a second Sanctum. Emrakul. That's like my goal here. Feature fees. Oh, wish. Okay. If he has a, did he already play land? No. So I mean, he'd have to have a 2 in hand to play Rector this turn. No, actually, no. He just needs any land. Plus, he's got the therapy in the yard actually. So but maybe he doesn't have the land and he has to get the Rector. That would be nice. Okay. So Arena Rector does at least mean that like Living Wish for Revoker is a good option, unless he flashbacks therapy naming Living Wish. Obviously I'd take the 4. He really doesn't want to lose his Rex Sages. That's interesting. So the Guile is mana neutral, though it converts to white, but it is a way to maybe start going off if we draw some more gas. That's gas. Guess is good. We don't need the black, obviously. And we've got plenty of white. What are we tapping for now? 6, that's not much. Plus 11, 12, 13, 14, that's not enough. Start with the presents, I guess. Wait, I thought I saw... Oh, that was a Heliod. I forgot that I brought in Ages. Well, I mean, I guess I play it, but first, obviously, the Wild Growth. What did he get again? He got an Arena Rector. Right. So I guess I could proactively name, get Living Wish, naming Spirit Dragon. But first, let me count 1, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I know this one would die. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 mana. 13 mana. Because I could like play this also on the second Sanctum. I think I'm definitely gonna do that regardless and see what I draw. So it's not a great draw. No lands. So Ugin is obviously the thing that I'm most concerned about. That's the right one, right? I need to make sure. Then what? Then if you have, I guess because I don't necessarily want to be targetable, I still Aegis. And like if you guys ever want me to Splendor, I could still have some 1/1s and attack whatever Planeswalker. If he has like Omniscience or something, I guess I would want the seal actually. So I guess I'll just play the seal. And then pass the turn. So I need to hold on to my Oblivion Ring, obviously. And all my wishes. I need my rain, my wishes, and probably whatever gas I draw. Oh, and the presence, because if you go Splendor, all these. No, I've already got 2 presences, so I don't need presences. So I guess gas. I need to hurry up though. I've only got 7 minutes left, and I can still lose this one. And a turn, what are you gonna Assassin's Trophy? Probably the Sanctum, right? That's what I would do. It does make it so I have to like actually probably discard in order to get them back to be able to cast Emrakul, which is an awkward position to be in because it gives them a couple turns, at least one. So I have the gas, a rain, and my wishes, which I might need all, depending on what happens this turn. I was thinking I could press 6, but I can't because I might need to use the sealed primordium depending on what he does. But let him think for a minute here. I do have double. Actually, I don't have double hexproof. I have hexproof and shroud. Which is good, because therapy on wish would be so good right now. That's a thought. I guess maybe I could have actually wished last turn for Emrakul and discarded her to get a jump on if I needed that, and obviously I could like draw into her pretty much at will at this point. As long as I have gas in hand. So I guess Rector, he sacrifices her, he targets himself, naming like whatever, some random shit obviously. And don't tell me he's gonna pass again with therapy in the yard, because like it's a crazy way to live. Okay, it's going to the tower. Sure. Sure. I mean, what's the scariest thing he can get? I mean, he can't Karn me. I mean, he can exile permanent though, right? With Karn. Yeah, so I mean, he could get my Sanctum, which does put me in the position I was talking about where I have to like basically pass a turn. But I can ring whatever he gets. And then he's just got 2 cards in hand, so I mean, he could top deck again, in which case that'd be bad because I still, again, have very little time left on the clock. So I do need to play pretty tight here, time-wise. Okay, so destroy target. No, so I mean, whatever he destroys the Sanctum. I mean, he could gain control of either of or any of these, I guess. I guess Aegis might be a little annoying. Not really. Controlling these doesn't do anything, so I guess he just destroys the Sanctum, unless he's trying to destroy the confinement. I can actually wish for Dimwake if I get a Sanctum, a turn with Sanctum. But I mean, like, it's obviously just the right choice to destroy that. Yeah, of course. It's better than Karn, though, because it's not exiled, so it does mean I can still, like, just, get them back with Emrakul, discarding Emrakul. So I'm just going to play some gas. Wish for Emrakul, discard, and pass. I guess since he can't, like, I'll just discard a wish, because he can't, like, yeah, no, I have Ground Seal. So I was going to say, I guess he could have Surgical. Obviously, he doesn't have counters, unless he has, like, a Mind Break trap. But, I guess I'll cast the wish first, then. I could actually, can I, 4, 5, 6. I could theoretically, like, Doomwake and just kill his Nicol Bolas with my, oh, I couldn't kill it. No, never mind. I guess it doesn't matter. play Living Wish next in case he does have my Break Trap, which again, I don't know. So I guess maybe I should let with Wish because I also want the Ring to resolve. The Banishing Light's still in the deck. What could he do in response? He's doing 2 wishes. So I mean, I will have to pass the turn here, so like he could top deck with Therapy in the Yard. I do have Ugin shut off, but like Splendor would be a problem. So I kind of also want to draw into my Banishing Light, make sure I have it in hand. That's important. If I can get Sanctum with Emrakul, I don't necessarily care about Splendor even, because then I can still have infinite turns, even if my guys are all on ones. But you know, I just fucked up. Wait, no, I can still sprawl to make white. I mean, I guess he can Assassin's Trophy the Oblivion Ring as well. It's not like I have Sterling Grove to protect it. But, let's see. So I think we're just gonna sprawl, get another land enchanted. We'll have 2 cards. We're gonna on-deck ourselves, obviously we can't play anything else. Let me discard. Don't fetch lands. I don't want Zenith. 1 Forest Storm. Do want the ability to draw cards. I need to discard Emrakul, obviously. Okay. So, I just need him to not top deck here. Oh, shit, he's got another Rector. Alright. So that's not good. Overwhelming Splendor, I guess? Actually, an Emrakul wouldn't be the end of the world here. I definitely have enough I can just sacrifice. Yeah, can't do anything about it. Anything other than Splendor, I kill the Banishing Light for, I guess he could get something to kill the Oblivion Ring, then just get Nickel Bullets back, but that's not that scary, just kills one of my lands. Probably this one. And I still have the ability to draw into Sanctum. At least we're getting closer in time now. We definitely have enough gas. Like, I don't know what he could get here. Like, Splendor is probably the most logical choice, but it's really not the end of the world if he does get it. So in this matchup, like ley lines, if you had them, would be really good, and Oblivion Rain effects are the next most important thing here. Kind of like show and tell in that sense. Like for one, like you've got a Eureka, but also like you know, they're your answer to Overwhelming Splendor, and I mean, your main answer to everything else as well, to be honest. Come on. Overwhelming Splendor does stop me from using Gaia's Touch. Well, I guess not the second, but ooh, Omniscience. Alright, so what else has he got in hand? So I would say Destroy Omniscience in response to the first spell that he plays. Well, or in, here, if he's going to let me... I mean, he can't do any sorceries right now, or creatures, so... it's not great, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at all. No, I don't need that one. I need green mana. So I mean, we got this. I should have done one, but it doesn't matter. So obviously at this point we're just looking for the Emrakul and remembering to be careful about decking. There she is. Okay. It's over. Man, intricate game though. But we did tell a matchup that is not very good for us. So that's nice. I mean, their hands were not very explosive, like the Everso Veteran Explorer, which again is normally bad against us in most versions of Nick Fit, but you know, their threats are scary enough that this speed actually is scary. Unlike with regular Nick Fit, where like the worst thing is a Pernicious Deed, but like, you know, that's still not the end of the world. Because it's not recurring. Yeah, so I don't know if any of these really stood out as doing something in particular. Living Wish was good, obviously. I think Touch was important for the speed factor. And yeah, like the Overrain effects are really important in that matchup. So there's all of that. But like mainly like that he was in the first game he was kind of slow. In the second game he was trying to play the control role, so like that gave us time. Yeah, this deck has been kind of popular lately. It's easy to see why. It's sort of like a fun non-blue sneak and show, essentially. But it's not like it's been like all over the place or putting up crazy results. But it is kind of interesting. So turn to Enchantress with Wish backup, acceleration. And Rain, I mean, obviously a keeper. We're going to name white here. If he is on Chalice, this would be our chance to get that white mana. If he's not, we still have the green. So we're okay. If we don't draw a land, we might play the growth on the other land. So that if okay, so Ruby Storm. I don't know if you all are familiar with this deck. Is it even, like, at some point, or in the relatively recent past, it's been up here. But, running into some odd decks today. Come on, where? Losing time, aren't I? Obviously, well, maybe not obviously. Okay, so, like, they're faster than us. We need to, they're a Storm deck, that, will probably, like, either try to go, like, for Tendrils or Empty the Warrens. If they go Empty the Warrens, we're in a pretty good position, but, against Tendrils we can't do that much. But Tendrils is a lot harder to cast without that medallion, so we are in the control role. I should have Wild Growth. Shit. I fucked up. I should have Wild Growth, so the next turn I could wish for Gaddock Teague. But we did get to slow them down. Show me. Show me. Alright. With blue? The fuck? I haven't seen that before. That's interesting. I mean, they have to be on some variation of Ruby Storm, like Ruby Medallion with Chantel doesn't make much sense. There's another one. Yeah, I fucked up and up in Wild Growth here. Let's start with this, because we could have drawn a Sanctum. Actually, I should have started with Wild Growth. Fuck, I did it again. Well, let's just get Living Wish. Living Wish for Gaddock Teague. Hope that they have to go for Warrens, and then wish for Tabernacle. Like, I'm hoping that them knowing that I have Gaddock Teague in my hand means they have to go off this turn, and hopefully it's like with maybe short of what they need to like fully go off, and they have to just go empty the Warrens. That'd be nice. A blue is weird though. I mean, are they gonna like have Force of Will? I'm being dumb. By not like doing the Wild Growth thing. Like, I could have just cost myself game one. Okay, this time I'm going to be smart. I'm going to start with Wild Growth. And I'm going to go get it. So, we'll see what this does against them. I mean, they could still, like, do, like, go real crazy with Grape Shot, but, if they can't access stuff like Pest and Flames or, Reforge the Soul, then it gets harder. Does this stop anything else? I mean, they still have Burning Wish. Yeah, probably mainly for, either Pyroclasm, but it does. Hopefully it'll put enough of a dent in there as they're playing that they have to go Warrens. I'm just gonna 6 it because I can't do anything. Blue is really an interesting addition to the deck. I mean, it makes sense, of course. Brainstorm, Ponder. Any kind of storm deck can benefit from those, but those can also be like a pain in the ass when you're going off, because like sometimes if they fizzle, it's because they drew to like many cantrips that are harder to cast when they're going off. Although I mean, this deck does have Metamorphosis, so I guess I've got that going for them. But they have to have like multiple. Well, I guess they don't need to have multiple Burning Wishes. So they need to have a Burning Wish plus. They have to spend one Burning Wish dealing with Gaddock. That's for certain. Hopefully that means they're like just gonna have to empty. Rector, of course, yeah. Yeah, so that's about 6 to me. And kills the Gaddock. So what else have I got? Wicker Bow is going to come in. Seal's obviously going to come in. I guess Choke can actually come in here, which is nice. Yeah, see, if I had done it correctly, I guess I could have had the Aegis. I don't know, Aegis would have died. Yeah, I probably would have just gotten a Rector Sage, but not been able to cast it because I didn't draw land. Past in Flames, but that doesn't give him his Burning Wish back. But it does give him Metamorphosis and Brainstorm and Ponder. Yeah, I'm just hoping that he goes Empty Thorns. Be even better if a top deck is Sanctum, because then I can actually just get Doomwake. No, it's a Burning Wish, so he's just getting Tendrils here. Oh well. Okay, yeah, so I don't know if I would have... No, I guess I wouldn't have won even if I played correctly. So, rough matchup. So Gaddock comes in as a Green Sun Zenith target. Doomwake... Probably better against this version than others. Actually, Oblivion Rain would normally come out against Storm, but can't really come out here because it hits Ruby. Ground Seal doesn't do anything. Mary's Guile is too slow. I want the Seal. I want the extra Solitary Confinement. Let's see, what else? So my main Wish target, like what do I actually get with Wish? I can get Tabernacle if I need it. Is that it? Some Enchantresses can come out, I guess. Because we're in the control role here. Yeah, what do I even get with Wish? I get Tabernacle if I need it, like if he goes Warrens. Aegis, but it just dies to Grave Shot. Still, I guess it eats Burning Wish. That's not great. I guess I get Rex Sage, that can be good. So my thought is maybe I could actually cut a Wish, because they're not that strong here. If I'm already bringing in Gaddock as a Great Sun Zenith target. Yes, Tabernacle situational Aegis isn't amazing because of Grape Shot. I guess Rex Sage. But maybe the on the play having the Guile isn't the worst. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, turn 2 Gaddock, followed by like Seal and Argothian is like about as good as it's gonna get. Oh, he could have Burning Wish Massacre. And I don't need the black mana. So I guess I'll hold on to that other fetch if I need the Savannah, and like if I draw Confinement. But for now, I'll just avoid making Massacre active. Obviously, he has to kill Gaddock before he can Massacre, but I still just don't want to enable it. So I haven't played this too much, but one imagines it's a bad matchup. I mean, it's a Storm combo deck. They're a little bit more like, they have more ways of interacting, or we have more ways of interacting, but it's still pretty limited. Yeah, so I'm going to save that in case I need a Savannah. We go get Gaddock. So if I can go Argothian Seal, that's a fine turn, but we'll see obviously what else we draw. It's just gonna go for it. And try this too. I guess bonus round means like Gaddock does less, because like Burning Wish doesn't even have to. It can still get like a combo piece and a Grape Shot. So maybe we just hope he doesn't have the Burning Wish. Or he just fizzles completely. That would be nice. What a lame set. That old bond or whatever it was. I think just like him having Burning Wish means we're dead. Is he gonna go for a fucking, what's it? This guy doesn't even have it. Blue sorcery that like basically makes people mulligan. Diminishing returns. So I mean, at this point, he has to actually fizzle. We don't. Gaddock doesn't really do anything here. Wait, what? That affects Grape Shot too? Does it affect the Storm? No, right? Yeah, no, it's just one extra copy basically. Okay. Still, that's already like halfway. Damn. He's gonna draw like, how many cards is this? 3? Yeah. So I mean, we're probably just dead here. Yeah. So Mengucci played this deck recently. I don't know how good it is. Like, I guess mainly my question is like bonus round, like, doesn't, you know, like it copies counter spells as well. So like, you know, their Force of Wills happen twice, etc., etc. So it does seem like that's a liability, but I guess they've got Overmaster. Got all the mana in the world. Does he have another Burning Wish? Or Reforge his soul even? That is so much mana. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Okay. Yep. That's what it is. Did slightly misplay in the first game, but I'm pretty sure doing the math that it wouldn't have mattered because we needed that land to actually play the Reclamation Sage. But anyway. So if that is a popular deck, it like Ant is more affected by Dryad Militant, which I was running for a while. It doesn't do as much against TES because they're more reliant on Ad Nauseam. But it's a good wish target because also like with Wild Growth turn 1 you can wish for it and play it turn 2. Which is why I think it's actually like a playable target. And like basically just it shuts off Past and Flames and actually affects other things like Rite of Flame and Cabal Ritual as well. And it can come in against like Judge or All Spells. But it is still, you know, I mean, it's pretty narrow. No denying. So like I mean we got Acceleration and a turn 2 Enchantress. We only have one Enchantress, so we're a little vulnerable there. We do get 3 extra cards by then with Abundant Growth and our draws. Into Polluted Delta, I don't think like he probably doesn't have Stifle, but I really don't want to get stifled here. So I'll start with Utopia Sprawl in case of Therapy. I'll just name green though, if it resolves. Which like if he's running Daze, he should probably Daze this, but we shall see. Drop, so he could be on Stifle. Yeah, especially with Daze, obviously. So I mean, drop plus Daze, does that mean anything except Canadian? Obviously not Grixis or Death Shadow. So I mean, he's probably just on Canadian Threshold or Rug Delver, whatever you like to call it. So, I don't like having to walk in to a Stifle, but I guess I don't have a choice here. So if he Stifles, yeah, we're just going to Growth. We're going to hold on to the Sprawl, because we might need a different color. But he doesn't have a threat yet. So this Disruption isn't as scary as it could be if he'd like on turn 1 Delver. Sure. Hopefully he doesn't have another Stifle. Normally Stifle isn't that good against us. I guess this list I'm running 5 fetches, which is a lot for me. Normally I'm on 3 or 4. And we did draw a couple of them. Okay, good. So what we're going to do here is put out as much mana as we can. It's going to start with Forest. Then we're going to Abundant Growth, regardless actually of whether this resolves. Arena effects aren't great against them because of Mongoose, and also because they usually run True Knight Nemesis, and because of Stifle. And then like also Spell Pierce, like so it's like really vulnerable in a lot of fronts. Anyway, I'd probably save it just for a Tarmogoyf anyway. Don't really necessarily. Well, I mean Del Rose, it can be scary, but didn't flip, so that's good. Mongoose could trigger this turn if he's got a fetch. He shuffled, so it's a random card. It's not a fetch. Not a scary start, despite the early disruption. So I'm gonna tap these guys. I'm gonna play my land for the turn. I obviously don't want it to be wastelandable, even though, you know, there's guys touch to consider. But I'm gonna do it like this and leave a green floating in case I draw Wild Growth. Or Utopia Sprawl, obviously. Whenever I say Wild Growth, I mean either one. Because then I can play it on the untapped one. I doubt them. That's okay, though. My mana can't be wastelanded. I got a lot of it for next turn. Even if he flips and goes Threshold, I'll still have 2 more turns. Wait, would I have 1 more? Because I can also chump block 1 turn if I need to. But next turn I might, like I don't need a 3rd Enchantress here, so like depending on what I draw, I'll definitely like leave the Banishing Light on the Aberration, and he could stifle it, but what I'm really shooting for is a grass to slow him down. Although he does have a lot of lands, especially for Canadian. He has to commit those instead of like leaving cantripping or leaving bolt mana open and stuff. Is he gonna trigger the Mongoose? Release the geese. Yep, okay. So now I'm at 7. So again, I'm going to leave 1 green open for drawing Wild Growth purposes. I hope that he doesn't have a Stifle. Or a Spell Pierce. I would actually probably not pay mana for Daze, because like I don't want to like be dazed here and then also Stifle, and then just get Force Smoke. Okay. Suppose there's good. What would I wish for here? So if I wish for so next turn I definitely have to block the Mongoose because then I'll be at 4 instead of 1, which means he can't just top deck a Fork Bolt or Lightning Bolt and kill me. I only got 3 mana here, so I could play a Presence. So the next turn I have 2 Enchantresses, and let's say I'd have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I mean I could Doomwake, but I can't Doomwake and something else, so I can't kill the Delver. I could. So I think I play the Enchantress here and hope to draw some gas next turn. I need to draw like a Wild Growth and Abundant Growth, something that will like get me going. But I'm pretty sure I guarantee. There we go. There's gas. Guaranteed to see the next turn as long as I chump block here on my turn. And he is obviously down to 1 card in hand. Okay, Sanctum is also good. Sanctum means I can like wish for a Dimwake and something else. That's a lot of living wish. Alright. So we need the black for Dimwake. We need a ton of white mana. But we have enough here because of Sanctum to also Aegis. Sure. So I was worried about Spell Snare is really the only counter you could have right now. Matters. But I can also, besides killing these guys, I just will mean that he needs 3 lightning bolts to kill me. Right, yeah. Or fork bolt and a lightning bolt, right? No, still 3. I was gonna say I could draw 1 green mana enchantment though, in case he doesn't have a counter. I could just kill his mongoose. Unless he has days. I don't need all these lands. Uh, they never play any, like, they don't play Snapcaster. I don't think I've ever seen that, have I? I'm worried about, like, I don't want to attack. I guess there's, like, just the remotest outside possibility he's on some sort of, like, rogue list, but that is 6 damage is a 3-turn clock. Whatever, fuck it, I'll just attack with the 2 mic. That's good. I mean, it doesn't have any manic neutralize, so, I mean, I really doubt it anyway. So maybe this should be over. Just have this for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 extra cards left. Okay. Okay. So when Canadian Threshold is on the play, I think that it is correct to actually side out the Living Wishes, because they run Spell Snare as well as Spell Pierce, obviously Daze, and all the rest of it, which makes it kind of a risky play to Living Wish. So you want to bring in the Doomwake and the Argothian first of all, and the Chokes. Seal of Primordium, like, the only thing it could hit really is if they're running Winter Orb, which they often do in the board. But I think that might be enough reason to leave these in, even though they're not very good, generally. You know, or you could bring in Wickerbow Elder. It's another beater. You know, it can block at least, unlike Seal of Primordium. I don't know. Maybe you just want the Rex Sage because it's cheaper. Wickerbow kills Malgus. Only if it has limited kill. Rex Sage is just a chump blocker, except in the very early game, but it's cheaper. Nah. Let's see. Solitary Confinement number 2. With them on the Flameary's Gall is probably too slow. I actually like Aegis okay, just because like it basically eats a lightning bolt, which can matter. Like actually, they often like finish when they win. It's often like just finishing you with a lightning bolt, because like Grass and Choke is really effective against them. That might be it. I don't know. You could argue for like Heliod, but like they can't really deal with Doomwake. Like they could have a Naturalizer Disenchant, I guess, or Naturalizer Crescent Grip, I mean. But it's not likely. I don't know. Maybe you do want the Heliod. Maybe I want it instead of Grandson Zenith. So my enchantment count is higher, and like they might bring in like Flusterstorm if they know I'm on Living Wish. I don't really have any like exciting GSC targets anyway. So that's a mulligan against a mana disruption deck, only 1 land. Even though there's obviously lots of spice in that hand. Jesus. You know, obviously like you can get stifled or wasted here, but you've got the turn to Enchantress and Acceleration. Alright. Okay, good. So no Stifle. No Stifle for us. What do we want? I think we're going to do the Wild Growth and actually play the Sprawl regardless of whether the Argothian resolves or not. Against Delver decks of any kind, like your most effective sideboard cards, like Choke is obviously really good, but like if Delver specifically is your concern, Carpet Flowers is even better. But I don't play them because well, I have very limited sideboard space, and they're not quite as good against the grindy blue decks. But against Delver, it's really, really good. I flipped, so I got lucky. So I guess he's got a hand of counter magic if he's not, you know, going to play like another threat, especially since his first one didn't flip. That's interesting. So we would play it on the basic anyway, but especially because they might have Winter Orb, you want to like stack your land enchantments on a single land, and like unless you see something really weird like Ghost's Quarter, Light from the Loam, or some crap. I did see Light from the Loam once in one of these, but not Ghost Quarters. I don't know. I guess it could be a danger because if they're on black, like Assassin's Trophy is probably more played right now than it should be because it's new. But anyway, sure. Did it even fit? Surgical. No, that's okay. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. So maybe I want to like. I mean, I figured he was actually on surgical because he's got the upkeep held off. Okay, so we're gonna play the Abundant Growth and hope to find our land drop. or at least something to do with that 2 mana. Just basically not a bunch of 3 mana shit, which is what's in our hand. But I don't necessarily want to like run out one of these presences when I know he's got a surgical, because if he counters it and surgicals, then I'm actually out of card. So we got our land drop, but it is stifleable, but like fuck it, go for it. You know? Sure. Grass. Probably actually would have been right to play the grass first, in case I drew a non-fetch. So I'm not going to pay for the grass, though. I'm just going to buy a turn, basically. I think I'm going to Banishing Light, because that one, like, doesn't matter if it gets surgical. Would like to draw a land here. Okay, good, man. He must have a control heavy hand. He's got surgical and shit. So I mean, surgical actually is a reason like why Wish would be better here. But like, if we do lose this and we're on the play, game 3, we're gonna bring in 3 of the wishes. You don't have the full 4 because again they are a little slow and fragile or vulnerable against their disruption. Sure, what's wrong? Yeah, you got it, mate. So yeah, Gargosian Sprawl. We'll continue to play it on this one land. We can actually already get double white because of abundant growth. So let's just keep saying green. So obviously, like, Winnower without a threat isn't nearly as scary, right? Well, that's a good one to draw. 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just go for it. I mean, you could have a wasteland, but that's okay as well. I mean, it's not okay. I prefer that he didn't, but I think we don't want this to get spell pierced, so. Just setting this up for the following turn, in case he does have a wasteland for the Sanctum. If he doesn't, well, if he doesn't, we'll get more mana off the Sanctum. I mean, he'd have to do a few things here that start with Frozen Grip. End of my turn. Sure. Yeah. So next turn I'd get 2 because this is an enchantment. The creature is an enchantment, so it adds the sanctum count. If he doesn't have a wasteland, so next turn I'd get 2 more tokens. I mean, you can't. At that point, I think you just can't keep up. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom. Alright, guys. So yeah, so Heliod was good there, but I guess, you know, it was just sort of a finishing blow. But, so I'd also previously I'd run Kamal, Fist of Krosa in that spot, which was good. This was like more in the Deathrite metagame, so like against Miracles and Check Pile. Because usually, so what you do is actually like, you side him in game 2 as a Green Sun Zenith target, so like Green Sun Zenith can just like, if Leovold is out, it can just become like a different kind of threat entirely. And also, that like mostly their spot removal is gone, so he's just all they have is sweepers, and as they sweep, you turn their lands into creatures. But in this metagame, I like Heliod better. You can also like bring Heliod in more often with like if you're going for the plan where you take out the wishes, because usually those are like mana denial decks. So like Kamal wasn't really good there because you weren't going to get there to the mana where he's good. So this is a keeper. Turn 2 Enchantress, double Enchantress. You're on the go, so you can't lose your acceleration. There's an argument for naming white here, because if he is on turn 1 Chalice, this is my chance to get white mana. However, if he's on Wasteland, which is more common, like this could be just, well, they don't have lots of cards, so I'll probably draw more green mana. So I think I do name white here. Okay, we drew a basic anyway, which we're gonna play, even though it's our only basic, and like we could draw a guy's touch, but you don't want your first couple lands getting wastelanded. After that, it's less important. It's gonna brainstorm for a force. So probably either Miracles or Stoneblade, both of which are good matchups, especially if we're on the play and we have a saucy hand. Grass isn't great against Miracles, obviously, but it does stop Mentor if they're going to try to go aggressive. It's better against Stoneblade because it stops the Parasite tokens or whatever from Skull Clamp. Either way, I doubt they run any way of killing a basic forest, so let's put that there. And they got Tundra, so they either don't have back to basics or they're not planning on playing it. So, you know, that bio should be safe. I mean, they could, if they're on Stoneblade, I guess they could just have Wasteland. But let's see. If they go turn to Stoneforge, then we know. Landstill. Oh, Landstill, okay. Well, Landstill, I mean, that's pretty much just, you know, fucking miracles. Hard with words. Okay, so if you're playing against a Standstill, you just want to break it immediately. I'm actually going to get a basic forest because Landstill could play Wastelands. It's more common for them. I'm still trying to develop my mana. But I'm going to lead off with the Presence. So, like, the reason that you want to just run into it is, like, the best thing he can draw is Force of Will, and then he's down 2 cards, and he's up 2 cards, so, like, it really reduces the amount of card advantage he's actually getting off of the Presence, or off the Standstill. I'm still drawing a card off the Argothian anyway. So. I doubt he's like running any Winter Orb or anything, so like there's no reason not to spread this out a little bit. I'm not sure it matters either way. But we're just trying to draw more cards than them right now. I doubt like the fastest thing I could imagine him running is like RIP Home, and he's a ways off from that. He's gonna have to discard probably. So like some of that card advantage he just gained is probably gonna go away. Like even if he plays like a counterbalance here, like once the Enchantresses are in play, counterbalance isn't as scary because you're still drawing cards. I was wondering if he was gonna like upkeep Brainstorm into Terminus or something, but apparently not. But we don't necessarily want to like walk into a Terminus, so we're just gonna play enchantments that don't work creatures and just draw some cards. Draw tons of cards. I mean, these matchups are pretty much straight up card advantage contests. At this point, I guess I'm gonna try to play Heliod. I'm gonna go for it. And if he counters this, he counters it. Alright. He could have Wasteland, so I'm going to hold on to the Sanctum. I don't need all these land drops. I actually don't need the bite because I've got 3 abundant growth. I'd like to get a ground seal out because I do want to reduce this number of counters. Oh, humility, that's interesting. He's tapped out. Obviously, I don't care about this elephant grass. So, the interesting thing about humility is I could still get infinite turns through humility. Oh, there's like Zenith and shit are looking pretty bad though. Yeah, I think I just actually grass cycle. Obviously, this is just an enchantment too, but all right. Well, it's looking for ground seal actually, so that's good. I guess we might as well attack with our Argus, yeah. So I doubt he's on Mentor. He's probably on like RIP Helm, but he's still not able to do that yet. So we're gonna move on, attack for 1, and next turn, like maybe Oblivion Ring that, and I guess you just discard a Forest. Okay, just Jace. Oh man, they changed the layout on the loyalty. I probably should have noticed that against the nickel bullets, but I wasn't paying attention. He targeted me. That's interesting. Always stack guile over your upkeeps, even though I don't know why I would keep grass around. Alright, well, do my cows. It doesn't do too much, but free cards are good. So, let's make him have a Force of Will off the bat. I was thinking about, like, I can, like, do a lot of, like, drawing with growth, so I'm gonna actually do this first. Because, like, if it resolves and hits the humility, then, like, I'm definitely, like, I should be able to just get off this turn. Okay, it doesn't. That's okay. It's not okay. I'd rather have it, but it'll do. You could have a wild growth, but I'm gonna risk it. I knew I was gonna draw another forest. I probably would have just done that. Let's see. How much we got here? 15? So we definitely have enough. Let's see if, no, I'm just going to go for the Emrakul. Because then, like, next turn I can draw the Caracas and just have infinite turns. If this resolves. I guess you could have a Swords of Plowshares, actually. It's a consideration. But I think I can kill the Jace. Well, I can attack the Jace for 2, even if he has a sword. The next turn bring it to 1. He discarded 2 swords, and I don't know why he keep one in hand. Alright. Let me count my mana 13 and 14. 1 mana away from being able to keep both sanctums, but oh well. I guess I should have grassed first because I could draw something. I don't know. Okay, so there's another presence. That's good. So we just want another Living Wish, and we can get Caracas and 7 infinite turns. So for that, just keep naming green because we're just going off. When you're going off, you just keep naming green. Good old guy's touch. Yeah, so obviously we just try to cast the Banishing Light, and we could just end this right now. But how much is this tapping for? 17? Alright, so Guy's touch isn't very necessary. You've got enough grass from these. You can actually cut one growth. Although, let's cut a couple grasses. Against like miracles, you might not necessarily want to cut grass too hard. But here you're a lot safer. So chugs come in, so Primordium definitely comes in, Wickerbow definitely comes in. Even though it's hit by Humility, it does hit Standstill. And he probably has Factory, and he could have other shit as well. He could have Counterbalance. He obviously has stuff for Wickerbow to kill, although Humility might be a concern. Ground Seal. He might not be running Snapcaster. That's a very real possibility, given the Humility. Which would make Ground Seal a lot weaker, but it does Cantrip. Confinement, I might want. Normally I'd take it out, but like, I'm gonna guess that he's on RIP Helm as a kill. I think grass is just the weakest here. I doubt that he runs anything that grass affects. Heliod's gonna be a really good wish target, although maybe I don't want to be Gaddock is usually good against these decks because he's probably gonna like take out his Swords to Plowshares and like just have like Terminus and like Wrath effects. And like Gaddock also stops a lot of other things like explosives or Jace or Humility if he gets out first, obviously. What are my wish targets here? Argothian, probably Rexage, probably Heliod. That's good enough. So like maybe Gaddock. What's my champion count? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Plus 9 is 26, 27, 28. It's not super high. Um, can I cut anything else? Hmm. Hmm. I don't think I can. Alright, we'll run it like this. I don't know, Gaddock is questionable here. Especially, I think, beat on the draw, but, I mean, so that's pretty good. We don't have a turn 2 Enchantress, but we've got to seal out, which we'll want at some point. And then the choke and the presence. Obviously, we got a level land, which isn't necessarily good, but hopefully we don't, like, flood out with our actual draws here. If we lose, it'll probably be from, like, trying a bunch of extra lands here. That said, I think if I draw a Wild Growth, I'd still play it turn 1 because of the possibility of a turn 2 choke, mainly. Like, if he goes like turn 2 Standstill and I can choke him out and he doesn't have the Force of Will, that's gonna be pretty good. Not so much if he opens with a Factory, though. Oh, well, that's a good 1-drop in this matchup. An easy decision was made. Aggro start, double Factory. Shit, gonna miss those grasses. But I do have Seal. Well, Kyle at least should keep me from like the possibility of flooding out. Unless, haha, they're all lands. Well, I can't cast the Teague, so that's an easy decision. I don't really want the second choke in hand. Like you could have surgical. So I'll just go with the seal. He could force it, I guess. But that should hold off his lands for the moment. I mean, I would definitely trade this for a land. Especially like since I have choke in hand. And if not, it just basically like preemptively counters preemptively counters I think I'm going to go for the choke because he probably has at least one counter if he kept his hand. And I'd rather get my presence online than the choke, especially with double factory. Sure. There's something to be said maybe for like the possibility of him having surgical and then like being able to hit the other choke, but in which case he's still, well, you know, obviously I'd rather him not like draw even on card advantage, but there's the white man. Alright, so we'll presence, then sprawl. Even if he counters it, we'll still sprawl. Why did I get rid of this time? Melee Mage? Interesting. We're both down to 2 cards in hand. So I think next turn, oh, he's running. That's interesting. Considering the, whole humility thing. Like, I doubt that's a sideboard card, right? So we are on some kind of clock now. When it rains white mana, it pours. So I think maybe like we go like Gaddock choke. What do you think? I think that's probably right. Maybe it would make sense to go choke, because he could have a spell of Pierce. But I was thinking of Force of Will, but he's already down 2 of them. But if he had a spell of Pierce, he would have used it, so he'd have to top deck it. Anyway. I don't know. Do you trade Gaddock for Snapcaster here, considering you have choke in play? Like, what's he gonna tap for? Like, you know, fucking, Jace or something, and then he can't tap, untap? No, that's just 2 damage. We're not actually that far off from racing him, and we can Vanishing Light, actually. Obviously, it's not amazing to do that, but, huh. What would I wish for? Could wish for a Heliod, and the next turn have the Savannah and start making guys? No, I can't. I guess we'll get the Vanishing Light and just hit the Snapcaster and make him like, yeah, right? So if we attack, he can like pay 1 and block and destroy it. After that, he'd have to use Islands, which would become Lotus Petals. So I think I do that. This is a weird game. It's weird that I'm hitting this Snapcaster. So I'm gonna hold off on the Seal of Primordium because I do want something in hand in case I get an Enchantress. Start by attacking. I know he said you crack these, but that the choke changes things actually. I think my position, like he actually needs to top deck in this position, not me. Well, I guess he just needs to top. Yeah, waste net actually is sufficient to get him back in. So I do need to crack it. Because now he can activate the factories with the wasteland, which was the issue. Like I can destroy the first one, but then next turn he can do it to the other one. So I guess I destroy the Standstill and Living Wish. So first I'll shuffle, try to find a, well, first let's kill the Standstill. Let's actually lead with a Wish. If he does have a counter, I actually want the Seal to resolve more. I'm going to catch that next. I'm going to play Heliod. Should I just play Heliod now? I think I'm going to play Heliod. Which, even though it's not a creature in play, is a creature on the stack, so it's not stopped by Gaddock. Savage Synergy. Maybe I should have done this. You could have had a Stifle. I don't know. You know what they say? Say fuck it. So I would say don't attack now, because it would just be it would just run into a factory and die. This is an odd game, but here we are. Sure. This is 3 damage across. If the Eidolon resolves, I want the Wild Growth on top, because I'll draw into it. Is it don't attack into a Snapcaster? I mean, I would trade with Snapcaster. I wouldn't get any value off of it, and he does a Tundra. Why don't we, yeah, why don't we do that? And like Gaddock, if I already have the choke out, Gaddock isn't as relevant. I mean, I guess I could have Disenchant in hand. But then he can't step back to Disenchant and Snap. You know what I mean? Anyway. Hopefully he just doesn't have a counter here. He does have a counter spell. He does lose 2 lands, so that's also not the end of the world. He can't Force Will. He can't Spell Pierce, obviously, because it's a creature. Yeah, I kill him. I mean, if he's trying to set up for a standstill, that's understandable, but I think I'm actually in a better position standstill-wise than he is. Although, I can counterattack for more and just destroy his blocker. Yeah, I mean, if it's just 2. If he's going to pump, I'll destroy it. But otherwise, I'll just counterattack for 4. Yeah, so I should have Sarah Sanctum now. Right. Yeah, that's pretty good. How much is this tapping for? 8. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, actually 16, because I'll do this one first. So yeah, I can just, actually I need to do this during my main phase, so I can't wasteland my Sanctum in response. That's right, I forgot I'll draw cards off of it. Even better. Yeah, man, Standstill actually is now, like, totally nothing. I don't need to cast spells to draw cards. Pretty good. But that said, I guess I might as well do this, right? Gonna Wrath. Or Humility. Humility does nothing. Wrath's sort of annoying, but not that much, really. Yeah, game's over. Yeah, and end of turn, I was just gonna make like tons of guys with Heliod. Yeah, I mean, so that's another one where Heliod came up. You know, I mean, if you can resolve him, like, basically just the only way to get rid of him is Council's Judgment, because, like, he'll never be a creature, and he can't be disenchanted. I mean, I guess, you know, like, again, the Spirit Dragon, but, like, it's not that much relevant in that matchup against, like, blue decks, I mean. Yeah, so we're getting our money back, at least. Let's see if we can't make it 4-1. Try to make a profit off of this. So have we noticed anything here? I don't think a time came up when I couldn't have cast Knight of Autumn, or I could have cast Rexage. At the same time, the life gain hasn't come up either, but, you know, small sample, obviously. Tabernacle hasn't come up so far yet, but it's been pretty consistently relevant. So, like, Choke and Sealed Primordium, I think, are the most important Enchantress sideboard cards, and, like, that's why, even though most of the sideboard is Wishboard, I can make room for them. Choke, especially. Sealed Primordium, I think, is the next most important card, because it just comes up in so many matchups. Like, at least, like, 50% of the field, you're going to want it. Maybe not that much, but, like, a lot. It's going to come up a lot more than any other sideboard card. There was, like, a debate on the Enchantress Discord a while ago about Seal versus Seeds of Innocence, but Seal's, like, synergy with the deck, I think, just makes it way more important, and the fact that it's 1 mana less. And its ability to, like, hit, you know, Omniscience, Sneak Attack, etc. Humility. Yeah, that's what I got. So I got a turn 1 Wild Growth. So I got the acceleration. If we don't draw a land, though, we're looking at either, like, Gaia's Touch or, like, Wild Growth, Abundant Growth. Actually, that's probably what it would be. Or Abundant Growth, Wild Growth, because you might draw land. Actually, that's not the worst. It's a little risky, but we're also on the draw, so I'll see another couple cards. I guess we're kind of dead to turn 1 Chalice, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. If we draw lands, though, we do have the Oblivion Ring as well. Alright, well, there's land. Since he went turn 1 Windswept Heath, he's not on anything that can... I do have Gaia's Touch. If I draw another land, I might want that forest. And I've got the Abundant Growth. for the white mana if I need it. So maybe I do this first. This might be greedy. Maybe it would have been right, but to lead with the forest. If he is on like Maverick, well, we have the Oblivion Ring. It's probably on 4. Okay. Well, Ground Seal's good at least. So that's nice. But we're definitely gonna play Ground Seal then. Alright, so if we get touch, then we go Forest, but Ground Seal, yeah. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Being greedy paid off. Given that we've got 4 lands now, and we've shut off life from the Loam, I'm going to go ahead and get a Savannah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I've got the Abundant Growth, which I can cast next turn. I don't want to lose land drops. No. We also have the Oblivion Room for whatever his plan B is here. If it's night, which is gonna be the scariest thing he could do right now. So he's on 4-color Loam almost certainly. I mean, I don't know what else it could be at this point. Where's the deck? Ooh, Liliana. Well, I don't have the Argothian, so it's not that, but I guess I don't need the Wild Growth. Shit. Maybe I don't need the Forest. I kind of do need the Forest. But I guess the Wild Growth's kind of the same thing. I might need the enchantment count. Well, he doesn't really have a way to take advantage of this. Like, it's just parity right now. Because Light from the Loam is gone. Maze of Myth was obviously a dead card. Let's go ahead and cycle this first. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we can go Greenstone Zenith into Argothian, into Wild Growth, into Oblivion Rain. So I think I'm going to do that. He could have, like, he probably has Ghost Quarter, so I'm going to spread these out a bit. I got the white off the Savannah. So he could have another Liliana, so I'm going to hold off on dropping the Forest, because that way I can Living Wish. It's not like I'm behind on land drops here. Yeah, I just don't want to. He could be running him, I guess, but more likely he's not, and he has Liliana. Yeah, in which case, obviously, I don't want to lose my wish. Because that way, if I draw land, I can get Doomwake. If I mean, I guess he'd probably want to make me sacrifice if he does have another one. Okay, or that. Alright. He's down to 1 loyalty. Can't make me sacrifice Doomwake if I get it. You can't Abrupt Decay Doomwake either. Nice. 4, 5, right? 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, I guess I could get on Heliod, but I could do that next turn and just make sure I have a trigger off. Well, no, wait, because I'll lose the wish if I pass. He'll discard some other card, but yeah, he'll also be down a card of the Doomwake. I mean, I'll be in top deck mode, but I should be able to just kill his Liliana pretty easily. I could also just get an Aegis. He can't make me discard it. And then I can use the other wish and get the Doomwake and cast, and that way I can hold the land in hand. Yeah, I guess that's better. And that way I can still kill the Liliana and like play the Doomwake to kill most blockers that he'd be able to play. If not, then or do I just want the Heliod? If I go for the Heliod, next turn, I make a guy. I mean, she could kill him. I mean, I'm not making a ton of guys, but my top deck game is better. If I had a Sanctum, that'd be sweet. But a Wasteland would stop me, because then I wouldn't have double white. I could get the Rector. Sorry guys, this takes a little thinking. I think I'm going to go for the Aegis, and then do my next turn. Aegis can just be killed, shit. I didn't think about that, because game 1 he's still going to have that fucking burn spell. Not great, not great. I didn't think about that. I forgot about Punishing Fire completely, because normally I don't give a shit about that card. That was bad, that was dumb. Kind of walked into it. It was not great. I mean, this will trade with Liliana. We'll both be in top deck mode. I'd have rather, obviously just killed her, but I forgot about Punishing Fire, so that was my mistake. I overthought it. I forgot about, like, this is game 1 and he still got Punishing Fire. Well, I mean, if we're both in top deck mode, he doesn't have life from the Loam. What's that? What the fuck? What in God's name? Greenstone Zenith, I guess? So I don't like that then. That makes it not top deck mode then. So I need to like draw, yeah. It's gonna get night. One assumes. Yeah, so this is a problem. Big mistake with how I handled those wishes. It probably cost me the game 1. He is in top deck mode, so I don't feel like I should play around on the honor too much. But, I guess I do want to reduce. Yeah, alright. I need a top deck real good. I think next turn, the turn after that's gonna be too late. Like waste a land drop going for Ghost Corner or something, because that seems to. Interesting choice. I guess he was figuring he's gonna shut off my abilities, but I guess actually it does shut off white because the Savannah's gone. I still have the Bayou, so that does give me another turn. So maybe it doesn't really give me another turn actually. I guess it's the same clock either way, basically. So pretty much I need an Argothian here. I'm not gonna do it. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, Liliana and my misplay, I think, were really the deciding factors there. What would we expect? Canoness, Liliana? Maybe just Liliana? Golgari Charm, obviously. Grass just doesn't seem great. Seal, I guess, hits Chalice and Mox and Library. He could be on Canoness, but probably not. Let's see, what else? Does Gaddock do anything? Enough. Just GSC and Chalice. That's too slow, really, for Chalice if it matters. Yeah, so I guess Wickerbow comes in. Yeah, I just don't think Grass does much here. Yeah, we might cut down all the wishes if we're on the draw game 3, assuming we win this one. Hoping we win this one. Got 2 cards to draw land. Then we could get Kraken. This is bad. Yeah, alright. We'll keep this. Don't need you, probably. Turn 1 shenanigans. I think well, we want to spread out, obviously, for Ghost Quarter. And we'll just live in Wish here. Oh no, we'll ground seal. Start off with that. How many other unsearchable on the board? It seems weird that there wouldn't be any. Confidant, alright. If he'd missed a land drop, it would be an easy choice to kill this thing, but I think I'd rather green some Zernos for. Although I don't know, maybe I'd shut off the ability to Liliana if I kill this thing. Yeah, I don't know if I want to like pass with an Enchantress, because then like Liliana just, yeah. kills it. I can get a Caracas with the Wish. Play it, and then also play the Seal Primordium and hit the Mox. And that way, next turn I also have a lot of mana open, and I can Wicker Bow or Green Sun plus something. I can get an Eidolon. That might not be bad. Yeah. Because if he, I don't necessarily want to do like kill the Wicker Bow if it doesn't have anything to destroy. And I didn't explain it, but I don't necessarily mind getting the Caracas with the Living Wish, because I assume he does have some Thalia, in there somewhere. I'm okay with him spending his land drops and not like developing his mana. Do I trade? I don't think so. I can just counter attack. What I'd like to do is draw that. Okay. Now, I could play Aegis, which would stop edicts. Yeah, I think I want to do that. And also discard, which makes his draws a lot worse. Even though Aegis got me killed last time. But Even if he does have Golgari Charm, if I play the Argothian, it's just 2 for 2. He loses the Confidant and the Charm. I lose the Aegis and the Argothian. And I don't think I want to play the land, because again, the Liana would make me lose my Wicker Bow. I think the argument for playing the Wicker Bow would be like it would break the standoff between Confidant and these two. But, oh shit. Yeah, I don't like, actually, that he has, oh no, is it him? Chalice Roll. Alright. Now is the time for Wicker Bow to come. Preferably after Wild Growth? No, okay. Yeah, I'd rather draw the cards. Yeah, ground seal definitely. Oh, I should make a decision. I guess I want to buy you. Possibly. Alright. So, next turn I can like Wicker Bow the Chalice and draw cards. So this one should be done. I guess I attack with Aegis. I don't really need it anymore, right? Yeah, I might. So he can make me discard, but he can't. He also has to, and then he can't. I guess he wouldn't have surgical because of Chalice. That makes sense. Didn't think about that. I guess I don't need the Abundant Growth as much. Yeah, I guess. So now I'll draw 2 cards instead of just the 1 from the Argothian. Of course, it's land. Enchantment. I want to attack Liliana. No. I can just let the confinement die. I don't even know I kept it around, actually. GSC for Rex Age. It's gonna hit, though. What's he gonna hit? Or is he just gonna get Knight? More likely he gets Rex Age, right? Maybe he hits the Eidolon. Or maybe he hits the confinement, that'd be best, because I was not gonna pay it anyway. Maybe he hits the ground seal. No, he gets a Knight, okay. That's reasonable. But I am probably going to Banishing Light it, since I can just deal with the Liliana by attacking it. Okay. On the draw, Mirror's God's probably not as good. Aegis, I think, is still good as a wish target more, like, because you do want to be able to, like, especially if you're in top deck mode, you want wish, like, if you have an Enchantress out, to be able to get an enchantment, which I'm probably going to be in top deck mode a lot against this deck. Heliod, I don't know. Like, the thing is, they can attack my ability to make white mana pretty easily. Yeah, I think it's probably fine like this. It's not the ideal setup against them. Like, this isn't a matchup where Invocation might be pretty strong, because, like, Invocation, like, on O-Rain, like, Flickering is good against Chalice, because then you just return it with 0 counters, and, well, I guess first of all you shut off Mox Diamond, but more importantly, you can then hit something else with it. Surrender Monkey. I've actually played against this guy before. That name is familiar. And not just from, like, Slayer or The Simpsons or whatever it was originally from. I guess on the draw against them, there would be an argument for taking out Living Wish. But they've only got 2 Thalias. It's not that. And, like, Wasteland is really situational, and, like, Ghost Quarter's not that bad. Like, he Ghost Quartered that game, but, like, it's really just, even if there is a wild growth on it, he's just getting 1 for 1. Like, the abundant growth cycled. He lost a land. My land replaced itself, and I lost a sprawl. So it's just a 1 for 1, really. And he's spinning the land drop on it. So, like, a lot of mana, and, let's see, 3 cards. Grass occasionally matters. Got a seal for an early Chalice, or if he's on, like, Landlight, Mox Diamond hand, but, like, no Enchantresses, so I'm going to see 3 cards then. I think I'm going to mulligan just because the grass is, like, basically already a mulligan. Okay, it's actually just the same hand, but slightly worse. I guess I have the fucking wish, but without the acceleration, it's not that great. I guess I want the fetch. I guess I have a turn 2 guys touch acceleration into a land drop, so got that. Come on. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm. Alright. I guess this is one matchup where, like, Rex Sage is better, because, like, they can probably. Because I can so reliably destroy my white sources. Oh, that's an interesting keep. If he was gonna. Why didn't he just. I don't know. I don't know what else is in his hand, I guess. Oh, yeah. No, life from Loam. That's pretty good. Pretty good life from the Loam. Jesus. Well, can't attack his mana. So, definitely not going to bother trying. He just doesn't have any business. So we just get, given he's got the life from Loam going, we're going to try to avoid playing non-basics as long as possible. Next turn we'll have 6 mana, we can wish for an Argothian and seal. It'd be nice to get Bajuk Bog. I don't necessarily mind if this deck, like, because he's not running the Dark Depths combo, so, like, obviously he gets some card advantage off the life from the Loam, but spending mana to do so, and most of the card advantage except for the cycling land doesn't matter. Like, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be scared at all. Do I destroy Mox Diamond? Probably not, right? Like, sure. Yeah, well, I'm definitely not going to trade guys touch for a Mox Diamond, I don't think. Especially because if you just got Wasteland, I've got to, you know, make up for that. Did he? Did he? I don't even remember what he got back. I don't think I saw Wasteland, did I? Plus I burn more by its pace. No. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you right now, I'm getting rid of grass. No. When you play any kind of Enchantress, make sure you get priority, especially against like a deck like this, like or Maverick, where they might like respond by like Abrupt Decay or Edict or anything that would like destroy the Enchantress, so that you get at least the one draw off of it. So I could like go for Live and Wish, but obviously I'd have to like discard whatever I got to Liliana, so I guess that doesn't make any sense, does it? So I'll just keep the Forest, so I can get rid of that, and wish for, I don't know, Aegis. Probably. Even though he's got Punishing Fire, so maybe not Aegis. Maybe Heliod? I can cast it next turn. It's got shit tons of mana, but hopefully I can't do all that much with it. Interesting. So I got 2, 5. That's not enough mana for Living Wish Heliod. I guess I could. No, I don't know. What do I wish for? Man, if that's Rex Stage, I'm in trouble. It probably is, right? Yeah. All right. Well, I think that might be the end. You just have the. I don't know. I drew it off the burn more. Things looking rough over here. got Punishing Fire and Grove, so Aegis doesn't do anything. 4, 5 mana. I can't play Heliod. Man, what the fuck can I do? I can't play Revoker either. I mean, I can play Rex Stage and destroy Diamond. I guess that's the best I can do here. I guess I might as well get a Bayou so that I can top deck and do Mike. But I'm kind of in trouble, actually. I don't know, maybe I could have held on to the land. So now I can't really do anything within our go theme. So this is another situation where I wish I had Invocation available as another option, like against the Humility. Because like you also, I was gonna have one where I was trying out having a third Invocation in the board, so that way you can like in matchups like this, you can X that out a Zenith or an Argothian for a Invocation and reduce your vulnerability to like creature destruction. Like for decks that have more ways to kill your Argothian than they do your presence, which is mainly black decks. Yeah, I think he's got this one though. Yeah, I don't know. I did misplay that bit in game 1. That could have gone differently had I still had that Doomwake out. Well, there'd be little point in holding on to this. Trick's on you. Leona's ult doesn't do anything. All my permanents are shit. I mean, I guess I hope he doesn't have a thing in hand, you know, like an abrupt decay, I mean, by which I mean, you know. Shit, I meant to respond with Sealed Primordium. Oh well. Maybe that wouldn't have been right anyway. That's an interesting ploy. I mean, there's no way he's not going to find a wasteland, obviously, so like this would be just like one land. And a seal that may or may not do anything. I guess I'll just, oh wait, choose one to sacrifice. See, I find that really counterintuitive. I'll sacrifice this one. At least now I can play an Argothian if I top deck it. Might have actually been a legitimate reason for him to hold off a turn, unless he's got another Liliana on hand or something. Okay, well there's the real clock. There's no reason not to play this. I guess I say white because, you know, maybe Heliod somehow. I don't know. Okay, well, that's it. Lethal's on the board. Alright. Well, so, like, maybe if we had misplayed game 1, we could have pulled that one out. I don't think there was anything we could do about game 3. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see what we got here. So, yeah, I'm not sure there was actually... Well, I don't know if there was a time where we would have wanted... Huh. A bunch of shit. Would have wanted Night of Autumn over Reclamation Sage, but you know, it'd still probably be the right call. There were a few matchups where like Invocation would have been nice to have. So like Invocation, what did I cut for it? I think I cut like the Confinement and the Guile, and then I like cut the Seal Primordium for Second Touch, because like with the Invocations, like your Oblivion Rain effects are basically just better because like you get to recur them, so like the Seal Primordium isn't necessarily as relevant as it is without Invocation. Anyway, and then like let's see, I think Tabernacle became the Invocation. No, the Confinement. Yeah, it was just like running Confinement list. Also, because like that, like Night of Autumn means like you don't necessarily need as much against Burn, and then like also Rain Invocation is really strong against Eldrazi, and those are like the main matchups where you want Solitary Confinement. Anyway, yeah. So thanks for watching. Did make a couple play mistakes, so like a little bit rusty on MTGO after like a couple weeks off, but you know, the deck performed well overall. 4-color Loam is like, it's probably like 55 to 60% favored. Like some people I think overestimate how good it is because like, you know, you saw both games that they won. Liliana the Veil is like your main point of concern. Like she's just really good against us. So like that's like your number one scare, especially game 1, and then the fact they've got like Abrupt Decay main deck, and then like sideboard Golgari Charm is just really good. Golgari Charm like stops like everything we do. So I mean, yeah, it's certainly not an overwhelmingly positive matchup, but I think you're slightly favored. Yeah, and then we lost to like Ruby Storm, which isn't like unusual. Yeah, they had the goods, and we can't really operate on the stack very much. So thanks for watching, guys. Signing off.